every piece of land has a story. Most of them go untold. This one, 13,000 acres in Stevens County, Texas, was used up, overgrazed, overhunted, until someone decided to do something. What happened next is what happens when land is treated with intention. You tend to it, you learn from it, and you make sure it's ready for the next generation. Meet Mike and Mary Terry, stewards of MT7 Ranch and the 2026 Harvey Weil Conservation Award recipient, the people who gave this ranch the chance to thrive.
Mike Terry, son of Biddy and Benjamin Terry, was born in Shreveport, Louisiana, and raised in Dallas. But the outdoor life got a hold of him early.
When I was in 5th grade, my dad wanted me to go to a farm that he had worked really every summer as a sort of a teenager in Concord, North Carolina. And so I went out there milking cows, gathering the eggs every morning, working the vegetable garden.
Soon after, his father bought a small farm outside Dallas. Weekends became something else entirely.
There was always a project, building a fence, mending a barn, something going on. The outdoors sort of became a love pretty quick.
Mary Terry, daughter of Mary Frances and James Ira Deloche, grew up in Dallas, Texas as one of 6 children. But her earliest memories are outside the city where her love for nature began.
My parents had a house in Aspen, Colorado in the early 60s, so I was 6 or so when we started going there. That's when I fell in love with mountains. And then we went up to Lake Anderson way up high, and we were in tents, and I would sleep out under the fly tarp with Dad because there wasn't room for with the 5 kids and Mom inside, and I loved that. I loved the fact that there was an excuse to be outside, and we learned a lot about campfires and chipmunks, and sheepers would come by in the morning up there. You'd hear them, rain or shine. So the mountains there, and then we had a farm in town in Dallas. We had 90 acres, and we went out there and rode horses and picnicked and caught crawdads and fished off a little rowing boat. I love being outdoors and didn't realize it so much until later.
Before Mike and Mary ever met, their families were already shaping the values that would bond them together.
I didn't realize that not only was my dad being a dad to me while he was alive, but he was forming me with a lot of my business skills. He was really my first mentor. You don't have to be the smartest guy on the block, but you can outwork them. And that certainly it is sort of a philosophy that I'd go by. Another thing that my dad taught me was, never ask somebody to do something that you wouldn't do yourself. And that is really part of my management style.
Mike's father had built a small pest control company in Dallas. When he died, Mike was 26. He convinced his mother to keep the business, and over the next 2 decades, grew it into one of the largest companies of its kind in Texas. Mary's hard-working spirit and love for the land were also shaped by her family and historic roots. Her great-grandfather, Colonel C.C. Slaughter, was one of the most consequential figures in Texas history.
He was known as the cattle king of Texas. And at one point he had over 40,000 head of cattle and was either owned or managed over 1 million acres of land. And he actually grew up very near here in Palo Pinto County, just east of where we are.
His values passed through generations, shaping Mary's father, a jack of all trades, and in turn, Mary herself.
We'd like to think that he probably raised some cattle over the property that we're sitting in right now.
Mike and Mary's paths first crossed when they were both in college. Mike was attending the University of Texas in Austin. Mary was studying at SMU in Dallas. They married young and were dreaming big from the start.
We only had one car, and we were really living from paycheck to paycheck. And we would get in the car on weekends and sort of drive around, and we'd pass a a ranch or pass a lake house or something, and you know, do you think we'll ever have a house like that?
While Mike built the business, Mary raised 3 children, Melissa, Michael Jr., and Travis, and kept the family grounded.
As much as he worked and I think was tired, he still found time to do the family things too, and that was really important to me.
So many people sort of plan it out and put a timeline to everything. I didn't do that, and just all of a sudden I woke up and Terminex was big and had an opportunity to sell it, and then we moved on to the next thing.
That next thing arrived in 2008 with the purchase of MT7, a decision that would open the door to a new chapter of stewardship and conservation.
I started gravitating to ranches that might need a little help rather than one that was already shiny. We found this one, and I could tell there was some opportunity.
Over time, Mike and Mary pieced together more than 20,000 acres across 24 separate land transactions, reconnecting a once fragmented landscape. When they first saw it, the grass was nearly 90% cool season winter grass. The wildlife was depleted. The land was tired.
We didn't take a buck for the first 5 years. We really let the wildlife rest too, if you will.
The man Mike hired to help him tend to the land was biologist Ty Bartoskowitz, a man who had spent his career learning what land needs and teaching others how to give it.
If you hear something, you're going to forget it. But if you're involved and you get involved with it, you're going to understand it. And so that's just been a motto we've always used.
I made a point to spend so much time with them. We'd spend once a day, every week with them. I mean, all day long.
Ty served on the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department Private Lands Advisory Committee for 11 years, including 4 as vice chair. Today, he serves on the Texas Tech Ranch Management School Board and the Texas Wildlife Association Big Game Committee, and has been a Texas Wildlife Association director for over 20 years.
So what makes MT7 Ranch different is 3 things that come to mind. First of all is the people. So Terry's a great family to work for. On top of that, I've got an outstanding team. We all work together, unselfish, all work on a common goal. Secondly, it's going to be the 3 ecoregions that come together here on the ranch, cross timbers, rolling plains, and hill country. It makes the ranch diverse. As a result, you have totally different places you can go on the ranch and it'll look totally different. Lastly, it's going to be the water. We're in arid West Texas. You've got 2 major tributaries that run through the ranch. You've got a industrial water line that comes from Possum Kingdom Lake that runs to Abilene that crosses through the ranch. You've got several moist soil units for waterfowl, and then over 120 lakes and ponds across the ranch.
Well, our goal is, you know, for the cattle, wildlife, and people to be able to live on the ranch together.
Things that I would consider that helped set the foundation for the ranch. It's not just one thing, but I would say the overall reduction in our cool season grasses through the creative use of cattle grazing, brush sculpting, and native grass and forb reseeding.
And none of it is guesswork. MT7 Ranch is one of the most data-rich private properties in Texas. 130 photo monitoring points, annual helicopter surveys with 100% ranch coverage, spotlight routes, fish electroshocking, nearly 2,000 wildlife observations recorded per year. They measure everything, because in Ty's words, you can't manage what you don't see. 15 years of monitoring later, the data confirmed what they were seeing on the ground. The land was beginning to change.
The big thing that we started very quickly and continue to do is what we call sculpting, where we go out and clear cedar and mesquite, and then we come in behind it and turn the earth. It's amazing what happens, because then you have new growth that comes back in. Native grasses will grow there, because you've really opened the space up and allow sunlight to get to areas that never really had gotten, and it transforms a field or an area. Frankly, it goes from a dead zone to something that's alive.
In the end, the same thing that tore the ranch down, we're using to build them back up.
The ranch is more than a well-managed property. it has become an outdoor laboratory, hosting years of wildlife and habitat research in partnership with universities and Texas Parks and Wildlife.
We made the decision day one to be open to not only the community, but to other ranches and to research. To this day, we've had Texas A&M out, LSU, Tech, North Texas, Texas Parks and Wildlife, several quail programs, several turkey programs. We're very active in research. That's very important to us.
Every spring since 2010, Breckenridge fifth graders spend a day learning outdoors at MT7 Ranch. In 15 years, more than 1,500 students have come through the gates. And for many, it's where they catch their first fish.
One project that kind of encapsulates the Terry that we do at the ranch, the annual fifth grade field day. You've got education, you've got sharing, so they're sharing what they've learned and what they have, and then finally you've got getting kids outside. There's so many cool moments that happen on that one day every year that make me even smile.
Then there is the internship program. Since 2009, 106 college students have come to MT7 to live on the property, work alongside Ty, and learn the craft of land management.
They're either halfway through their college work or they could have graduated, and they apply and join our team for a 6-month, maybe a year time, and come in and we put them up, we pay them, and they work. We're teaching them, hands-on on what it means to be a manager at a ranch. 70% of them have stayed in the wildlife field. Many of them are ranch managers today. 3
of our other managers currently had come as interns and then went away and did whatever, finished their degree, and have come back and are living on the property too.
Few people in Texas have seen land stewardship up close, like Carter Smith, former executive director of Texas Parks and Wildlife. He has been to MT7, he has watched it evolve, and he knows what separates the ranches that talk about conservation from the ones that truly live it.
Stewardship takes stewards, and Mike and Mary epitomize that to a T. They are so committed to leaving that ranch in a better condition than when they found it. Every day they wake up thinking, what can we do to make it better? How can we improve the habitat? How can we improve the rangelands? How can we improve the water quality and quantity? How can we expose others to the beauty of the nature and open space and wild things that are found here? They are just always thinking about what's next. The Terrys are not confused about where they're headed, literally and figuratively. And succession planning and legacy and giving back and planting trees for other people to enjoy the shade is just one of the great generational gifts of that family.
About halfway up a hill at MT7 Ranch, there is a small stone chapel. Mary wanted a place to pray. She imagined a couple of benches under a tree. What they eventually built, after a year of searching for the right spot, was a sustainably sourced chapel named for St. Francis, patron saint of animals and nature. 4 mosaic panels of the stained glass were rescued from St. Paul Hospital before it was demolished.
It's, up on the hill, pointing to God. It's a great place to go and be close to God, which all this land is. It's not about you, and you're not really, you may be responsible for it now, but you didn't have anything to do with its creation.
Every Good Friday, the family walks the Stations of the Cross up that hill together, all 7 grandchildren reading their parts, lighting candles, the little ones racing ahead, the older ones finding their way.
The way that we've gone about changing land, developing land, it's kind of like raising a family. I mean, you have to feed the kids, you have to nurse them, you have to watch them closely, you have to tend to them, and then you have to let them go. And I feel like that's what we're doing, is we're feeding it, watching it, changing it.
The Terrys are deserving of the Conservation of the Year award, hands down. First of all, they have a heart for giving and education. and it's that deep desire to share and give back. Most landowners don't often have that trait. Secondly, they have a strong passion for wild critters and wild spaces, and they have a desire also to make anything they're involved with better. And lastly, the focus and the thoughtfulness that's put forward into creating a lasting legacy, not only for their generation, for their kids and their grandkids, and then neighbors in the community of Breckenridge.
Getting this award is just an honor. Mary and I are very humbled by it. You think you're doing something right. You think you're making a positive impact on your land. When you're acknowledged by peers and stuff, I guess it helps you go, well, maybe we are doing something right. And so that's felt really good.
The recognition has come steadily because the work has been consistent. Texas Wildlife Association and Texas Parks and Wildlife Department Texas Big Game Awards. Landowner of the Year for Region 3 in 2014. Landowner of the Year in 2015. 5 white-tailed deer entered into the Boone and Crockett Record Book. 2024 Texas Parks and Wildlife Department Lone Star Land Steward Award winner. And 2024 Leopold Conservation Award winner for Texas.
Well, there's no doubt that Mr. Weil would be very proud to see Mike and Mary Terry receive this award in his name. They epitomize everything that Mr. Weil stood for.
I know it's land we're talking about, but it's a whole different little community that's needing our help, and we can affect it negatively or positively, so hopefully it's always on the positive side.
Some land gets used, and some land gets a second life. In honor of their dedication and nurturing spirits, the Rotary Club of Corpus Christi presents Mike and Mary Terry with the Rotary Club of Corpus Christi 2026 Harvey Weil Conservationist of the Year Award.